Peace, y'all. Saturday, 5/16. We're middle of the month of May, halfway to Memorial Day. Actually, Memorial Day is not the very end of the month. But end of the month, 30th, 31st, is the last weekend, and that will be our return to East Lansing Kart Track. Just sent the text to the boss in Roseville, Brayden's mother, who makes the family scheduling. And we had worked out a bunch of stuff. I actually went to East Lansing's website, wrote down all the race dates and stuff and what's going on, but basically every weekend. And then highlighted the weekends we had already planned with Fremont's schedule that I knew were free and clear, and then got a hold of her to see if we could sneak in or trade some of those weekends for race weekends at Lansing that weren't kind of coming together with the Fremont schedule. And we worked most of it out. I think there's only one race after this. Will be the fourth round, will be the 30th, 31st, back down to, it goes all the way to 12. They do 12 races. Only one other one, I think race 9, he won't be able to make, but it's all good. He'll be able to do the Bill and Bobby Haun Memorial Race, which is usually a pretty big deal. They I think it's a 3-day gig. They do dinner, food, tailgate, all this. It's a big social event along with the race. And then Brayden and his friend that he made over to Track Oakland, both seem as kids seem to have an understanding that it's a big deal. It's an important race or something. They both want to do it. So we're going to get going. We're going to get going end of the month, which means I got to get outside today, Saturday. Been working in the yard the last couple of days, but it stormed this morning. I'm going to get out in the garage, and still can't move the cabinets out to the tent because it stormed. We can't get the deck stuff out to make room for the cabinets. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to move the cabinets onto that new countertop that I put up with the cabinets, right? Need to paint the wood for the cabinets while it's sitting there. Maybe I'll get all that stuff done today. The big tabletop that I've got to build the frame and put the wheels on. I don't want to cut wood in the garage and get sawdust all over the place, you know. I'd really like to cut the wood outside. So we've got plenty of 10 by 10 pop-ups. You know, Bob gave us one. Hey, Bob, Bob's took a tumble before the end of the season, but that thing was beat to death anyway. That's really why we staked it down outside and we didn't care if it got tore up, because it was so loose and flexible. I mean, it was worn out. That's why he gave it to me. Let's be honest. Special K ain't going to give away anything good. Sorry, Bob. I walked you right into that one. But here we are on the analog camera. I'm just doing a test to see if this thing worked. I put that camera on top of my head when we went out on Sunday, and Brayden had the camera on his chin bar on his helmet, and so I was out there taking video too. And the video, it said it didn't recognize the format that it was recorded in. So maybe this old school stuff is no good. It's one of those big, full-size SD cards, not the mini micro SD card, right? So no telling whether this is recording or not. I figured I'd give it a test, and while we're doing it, I've dressed up in my Ohio State outfit. I got dressed up just for my friends down in Ohio. You're welcome. That's right. Go Blue. That's right. Ohio State fight song. Go Blue. Yep. Yes, sir. Enjoying life out here in the country, folks. Just enjoying myself. I'm going to go into up the street and the hardware store. They did a remodeling. They started selling lumber again. Big change up there. Paved the parking lot. They've really spent a lot of money, and I spent a lot of money there too. Before the weekend at Gingerman, me and Rich were up there. We were working on his go-kart and had to go up and find a little bolt. And I noticed a beautiful all stainless steel, even the cooktop on a barbecue. It's a countertop barbecue. Takes the small bottles, but it's all stainless. Like I said, even the cooktop is stainless. $400. I mean, listen, you can't. I don't think you can buy a charcoal Weber grill for $400. That's how expensive things are. The wife said, I think that's too much money, blah, 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 blah. But it was exactly what she told me she was looking for. So I told Richard, mark my words. After Gingerman, I'm going to go back up there and buy that thing whether she likes it or not. So I told her this morning when she bailed out the door, you know, she was going to go up there with me and look around because they're having a big grand reopening today, Saturday, and everything's on sale. So I figured, well, if there's a sale, she'd feel a little better about it. Typical woman, right? She can't buy anything without a coupon or unless it's on the sale rack. So there you go. That's my short-term plans. I'm going to run up there after I get some things going out in the shop. We got to get Brayden's go-kart still in the back of my truck. It's been a full week now since we've been at Gingerman. Well, Sunday will be a full week. But his go-kart's still in the back of the truck. It's safe. It's locked up. But I need to get it inside so we can start plotting out where we're going to put the weight, the lead, and how we're going to mount it. I really don't want to put it on the seat. I'm not going to argue with anybody. Bob tried to tell me you got to put it on the seat, and then the reason they got it up high is for the weight transfer and all. You know, listen, man, whatever. RPM is going to do things RPM's way. The driver doesn't know that he doesn't know. So we're going to throw them out there, and if the cart doesn't turn, we'll put more weight on the front. You know, we're going to put weight on the front of it anyway because we're adding 40 pounds. We're adding a second engine, basically, to the other side of the go-kart. So it's going to, all that weight on the back, you're going to need some weight on the front. So we may put, we got one weight that's 7.5 pounds. It's the diver belt weight. So we'll probably put that one up between his feet. And we may end up putting, we've got some 2.5 pounders as well. We may end up putting more up front if the cart doesn't positively turn in. So we'll have some work to do. We're going to get up there and on a Friday, spend the night, be set up ready to go. They got the West Michigan Kart Club that comes in and does their heat races and their main events. In between their heat races is open practice for the track. After they're done with their main events, there's practice to the end of the day that's open to everybody. I certainly hope it's cheaper than it is on a regular open practice where you're not going to get as much time with the West Michigan Kart Club out there. So we'll see. We'll just have to see how it goes and learn the format as we go. And if we don't if we don't take a big bite and chew it up and swallow it the first weekend, we'll take little bites and we'll work on it. I got to learn how to slow down. After that Sunday at Gingerman where I kind of got stern with Brayden about not concentrating on what he needs to, not focusing on what he needs to do, and then calling and apologizing on the speakerphone to him and everybody in the house so they could hear me. I'm gonna approach this much differently. I'm gonna tippy toe. I told the kid as long as he's having fun, I'm having fun. Did I spend $4,000 for him to have fun? Yeah, I did. I did. I mean, you roll back through this stuff and you probably hear me say, I don't care, if he ever does anything other than just, drive around having fun. The idea is to spend time with the kid and give him positive influence. Get him away from a screen, get him out face-to-face, meeting, conversing, dealing with issues and problems, and fun with other kids his own age and adults, dealing with adversity, learning how to be a good sport when things are good and a good winner and a good loser, right? So all good life lessons. So that's where we're at. We're feeling it for our friends in Ohio as we're wearing our Ohio State outfit here, and we're gonna get Bray out to the track and continue the education that both of us, this quest that both of us are on. So yeah, Kevin said he'd meet us at the track on that Friday, and I think for an extra $5 we get a 3-day wristband, so we're insured to be on the property, and that way we wake up and we're already there. Right, we're ready for whatever they throw at us for West Michigan Kart Club racing and practice and whatever, and open practice. He'll have 2 sets of new tires. We can practice on new tires, and the same brand are the tires we bought from the track. So Sunday he'll have another set of new tires to get started on just for racing. He'll know what to expect, and we'll just go from there. We got to get a Micron on the kart. I have a spare Micron 4, and I have 2 spare Micron 2s. One of them absolutely brand new old stock. Just gonna have to decide what we want to do, and go from there. We don't need the track mapping, the GPS, and all that other crap. Just to be able to look at revs, and you know, I don't even think we need a temperature gauge, to be honest. Just really lap times and revs. That's really it. So you can tell, you know, what he's doing. And to be honest, really only the lap times until the kid starts driving the line of the track and holding the gas down until he bounces off the rev limiter at the end of the longest straightaway, like the other fast kids do. Until he's doing that, the data isn't going to do it. So lap times, that ain't going to matter. We'll be able to track his progress. That'll probably help him if he's seeing that he's going faster. It'll probably motivate him and make him, you know, give him some confidence. But other than that, that's it for Saturday the 16th. We're going to get out and get the shop cleaned up, make some room so we can get his kart in. We've got to change the clutch and get the gearing back to the sprint track. We've got to, I also cut a chain specifically for the long track. So the Hilliard clutch back on, the other chain back on, get the motor bolted down. Probably be a good idea to change the oil, I guess, after all that wide open running at Gingerman. So, and then get the lead mounted. That's about it. That's really it. We ain't got a heck of a lot of in-depth stuff to do. Mount some tires. We got 2 sets of tires to mount. So we'll get started. We got a couple of weeks to get it finished off, but we got a lot of work going on out around the old farmstead here. Got to tear down and remove all the crap that's on the side of the garage where the old cabana was at. We had it all bundled up and covered up for the winter. There's a snowblower under there. We may yank the motor and scrap the snowblower. We don't use it. We don't use it. We don't have a concrete or paved driveway. It'd be too difficult to try to use a snowblower out here, tossing these rocks all over the place. It's bad enough with the mower tearing things up. So that's where we're at. We got a lot to do other than karting. And, of course, we got a lot of plans to do karting, even, you know, the long track stuff with Brayden and without Brayden. Mid-Ohio, certainly we need to call our buddy Brandon Schenkel and find out if he's going to make Mid-Ohio so we can get his molds and stuff back to him. Going to clear up a big bunch of space on our shelving out there because we got Dad's Hartman and it's got to get up out of the way too. We got to get it up out of there somehow, some way. Pray for me, y'all. I need it. I'm praying for you. Godspeed. God bless. Hang in there. Summer is coming, and so is Jesus. Hang in there. It's going to get better. I promise.